And welcome to the pre-enactment of Super Bowl 60 between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. This is Breakaway Football, and we're going to give you a sneak peek into the mechanisms of the two teams before the Gumbowl VIII, which is the pre-enactment itself. Let's first look at the Seahawks. They have a West Coast offense with what we consider to be pretty close to an elite 3-4 defense. They've got three special rules: get open, yards after catch, and D-line stunt. So we're going to take a look at what those are. Here are the mechanisms. Get open allows them to spend a challenge flag before the game day draw on a pass play, and instead of just choosing one game day card, they'll actually draw three. These yards after contact tokens, there are three of them, are things that they can earn once they earn an offense breakaway. So once they get an offense breakaway, they would simply put a token here, and that would allow them on a future down to simply add one to the result of a play. They can spend as many as they like. If they've got all three, for example, and they want to spend all three on the same down, they can totally do that. Their last thing here is the D-line stunt, which is available once per drive. They have to commit it before the game day draw, but notice they can add one to their run value or two to their pass value and improve the card value before drawing the game day card. The maximum adjusted value they can have is 6, but they get the chance to do this once per drive, and it kind of looms over the opponent's head that this is something that they can do. Now let's look at the Patriots, who run a pro-style offense, and on paper they run a 3-4 defense, but they really are in 4 down lineman personnel more than not. We consider them a strong defense relative to other breakaway football teams, and they live in their nickel and dime packages. They have 3 special rules as well: Drake May, pre-snap read, and big-time punt return. Here's the specifics on the Patriots. The pre-snap read is the same mechanism that the blacksmiths could use, which is they'll get 2 per game, and they use these blue tokens. So they'll spend 1 to use a pre-snap read. Essentially, when they spend the blue token, the defense is locked, and they get to ask, are you in tight run or goal line? And if the answer is yes, the defense has to flip over their play and reveal it. If it's no, the play remains hidden, but the Patriots have a little more information. Then they can audible based on this little bit of information they've got, and then they resolve the play. The big-time punt return once per game, and they have to announce it before the return. So after the punt, but before the return, they're going to pull 3 game day cards instead of 1 for the punt return, and they will apply as many of those 3 as they want. So if one of them's a negative or a fumble, they don't have to use that, but if they're all positive, they can add them all up, and it becomes a really big punt return. The Drake May is actually a fun riff on the same type of quarterback scramble that Steve McNair could do for the Ogres. They can convert any matchup to a QB run, and that includes a running play. So this is a very dynamic set, because even if Drake May sees a matchup that he doesn't like, he can actually spend one of these tokens to get out of it, and then they'll draw 3 game day cards and pick the highest corner value. If they like all of the corner values and they want to apply them all, they'll spend an extra token, and those 2 combined allow them to add everything together. Now that you know how the mechanisms work, let's see how the Gumbowl VIII replay goes. The link to the replay is in the comments.